Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope you having a great day today, a blessed day today. Happy you guys tuned in today for another great episode of the Prolific Mindset Podcast. Hope you guys checked out episode 1, 2, and 3. Subscribe, comment, like, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok. I'm everywhere. You can find me. But today, I want to introduce you guys into a great friend, a hell of a inspiration. Man, I can go all the way down the line. Got from football to being a father to being an entrepreneur to mastering real estate, helping people build it. Man, it's so many things I can say. It take me a while, so I'm gonna just cut it down shorter. Let me introduce you guys to a great friend, a great brother, and a very inspirational guy, Mr. Eddie Brown.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me. Thank you for the warm welcome, man. I appreciate it. I'm happy to be here, and I'm ready to talk about that prolific mindset.
Hey, man, that's what it's all about when you come on this podcast. Let's talk about the prolific mindset. Man, how you feeling today? How's everything with you?
I'm feeling great, man. God is good. I can't complain. I'm just very thankful and grateful for not only life, but just the growth, man. The personal developing, the growth, and I'm in a good space right now, mentally, physically, and emotionally, man. I feel great.
It's always good. You can see it on you. You can see it. You shining in here, man. You glowing in here, man. It ain't because of the light in here. It's just because this man is really actually shining. What he's saying he feel, he's showing. What's on the inside is on the outside, and it's showing. And it's man, I can even feel it, man. Y'all go see my tempo even pick up in here. But yeah, man. Let's kick it. Let's kick into a conversation I wanted to talk about, man. What started pushing you to become an entrepreneur? What made you start, figuring out what you want to do once you walked out of high school? But also, what high school did you attend?
Miami, Carol City, home of the Chiefs pride.
Always.
CC Zoo.
Facts. What college did you attend?
Delaware State University.
How was your experience when you was there?
It was amazing. They treated me like a king.
As they should. as they should. What position did you play?
I played wide receiver, kick return, punt return, and it was something different that helped me grow up faster.
Mm-hmm.
Just being on a college campus away from home, so that was a blessing within itself.
How did it feel when you knew you was going all the way to that's the top of the map, ain't it? Delaware got to be all the way to the top of the map.
Philadelphia on the East Coast. At first I was kind of nervous, being away from home for the first time, not knowing what to expect. But I did have some friends that was there with me from Miami. Rest in peace, Chris Struthers. He was there with me, so it kind of made the transition easy, being that I had a friend that was there that I grew up with in Miami.
Man, shout out to Stroh, man. Shout out to Stroh. I had that experience too when I went to LSU and I finally left home. Did anybody feel homesick? Did mom like, man, I don't want my baby to leave? My dad like, man, you got to grow up. What did that feel like when the house knew that you wasn't going to be walking around no more? You were going to be somewhere else?
Obviously, it was kind of tough being the oldest of the family. It was kind of different for them to see that I was gone. But to kind of keep the peace, I made sure I came home every holiday. Thanksgiving, Christmas, spring break. But once I really started locking into football, I started coming home less. But by that time, they was kind of used to it. So it was a good transition.
How was your transition from high school football to going into college up there?
Oh, it was a wake-up call. Being a man in high school and then starting all over as a freshman in college, you really learn and kind of understand the game of football.
Right.
And not only that, you kind of understand, like, these guys, a lot of guys just as fast as you, just as better as you, and it kind of help you better your craft.
Right.
Perfect your craft. For example, we all know, okay, if you're a wide receiver and you know how to read coverages,
right.
Well, if you're a linebacker, you know how to read linemen or guards pulling. That's going to separate you from any average player that don't even focus on those things. So
true.
For me, when I learned what everybody do when I learned every position do on every play,
right,
as far as the route combination and understanding coverages, that took my game to a whole nother level.
Did it allow the coaches to feel a lot comfortable to know they can put you? I don't know the receiver position, but I know X, Y, Z. Were they more comfortable to move you anywhere since they knew you knew what everybody was doing? And how long did it take you to get that comfortable?
Right. That's a great question. Obviously, it took me having a humble experience, meaning my freshman year, I came in as a starter, got number I want, number 5. You got to have that 5 on your chest at receiver. and I ended up being benched because I didn't really know the plays. I didn't really know the concepts. So having that humbling experience, seeing guys on the bench, seeing what the hell they be talking about during the game, it's like I had that wake-up call with like, yeah, this ain't for me.
What didn't allow your ego to get the best of you when that moment took place?
Understand I was on a full scholarship, and I came in with high expectations, and I wanted to deliver. So that's what it took, obviously, learning the plays, learning what everybody do, and that kind of helped me become the leading receiver, top touchdowns, top receptions on the team, because now I understood the real meaning of from high school to collegiate football.
Right.
That's the difference.
And that's, hey, guys, high school players, you hear it first. You understand. Don't think you just that top dog walking on. It's a lot you got to learn when you move up to that collegiate. That's the difference between level changing. How long did it, how long did it take you to get comfortable to know you knew the philosophy of the offense, the details of the offense, and what you had to do, or what other guys was doing with you?
I would say it took me a year.
Okay.
It took me a whole year to realize I got to change my ways, and I stopped coming home. I started training during the summers, and I got in that playbook.
And that made the truth. How did you know the change happened? Was it statistic? Was it you? It like with inside of you? How did you know that change switched and it benefited you?
I started getting the ball more, and then I won my starting spot back. And I'm like, okay, this what it feel like. And then I started taking practice more serious. Like I was one of the guys that got spoiled coming into a college where it's like, hey, Eddie don't got to do this drill. Eddie don't got to do that drill. And then it took me a year to realize I wasn't getting better not doing drills.
Right.
I wasn't getting better not conditioning. And then that kind of helped me realize how imperative it is to have the right coach that's going to push you, that's going to mold you, and not exclude you from certain things. Remember, I'm an 18-year-old kid. So having that luxury not to do certain drills, not to do certain things, I didn't know that was something bad until you get that wake-up call. So going through that transition, I'm like, you know what? I got to get back to my hunger and kind of be my own coach. Like, nah, coach, I need to do one-on-ones. I need to be on team. I need to get better. And in order for me to do that, I had to kind of get in a different mindset, man. Just start back from the bottom, going back to the basics.
And that's good. You had the humbling experience. A lot of people would lose their career because they feel like, man, I've been this dude as that. But to me, just, looking from the outside, and I feel like your coach tested you to see, what you gonna eat up? Let's see, he gonna keep taking advantage of this, or he gonna like do what you did. You locked in and said, yo, I need to get to this level of thing. The only way I'm gonna do it, I gotta participate in everything that they're telling me not to do. So how long did you attend there?
I went to JUCO first. So I was there for 2 years. My first year, I started the first 3 games, but I didn't have much production. And then my senior year, I kind of took off.
Senior year took. Okay, was that your best statistic year?
That was my best statistic year, far as on the level as a D1 college. But JUCO, I don't even count that because JUCO was too easy.
Oh, damn.
JUCO All-American, JUCO first team, JUCO Offensive Player of the Year. So JUCO was my stepping stone, but it was too easy. So I don't even count it, honestly.
Oh, man. Hey, let me take you guys back, too. This guy was on the Kansas City football team. If I'm not mistaken, please correct me. This man had 10 or 11 touchdowns. Every time you would look up, all you would hear for dude from Travis Powell Stadium saying downtown Eddie Brown. And from screens, the hitches, everything, this man would take it back for 6 every time he touched the ball. I was like, yo, this man got a bright future. This man going to college. This man going to be on another level all day, all state, whatever. He's showing that he belongs with them in high school. And you can hear what his mentality was when he went to college, even JUCO. I know some guys don't look at JUCO as the big thing, but that's when we start preparing to get ready to go to the big divisional schools and like you're saying, play against other top athletes or compete against other top athletes to get jobs. So with that being said, when those 4 years was over, 4 year or 2 years was over in football, where were your headspace then?
So after football, I would say it wasn't really tough. It just was I didn't have the right opportunity that I wanted. Right. I had some NFL workouts. Joe Flacco was actually my quarterback for Pro Day.
Oh, shoot.
So I got some good looks. I didn't get invited to camp. I did some CFL workouts as well. But once those talks started getting serious, I didn't know they only paid $40,000. So I'm like, I'm not going out the country. I'm not going out the country for $40K. I'm sorry.
And that's before taxes, people. That's before taxes.
Right. So I love the dream of pursuing football, but I was like, nah, it ain't worth me playing for $40K on the wear and tear of my body. And then in my last step was arena football. Obviously, you know my dad, a legend in arena football. Shout out to Eddie Brown Sr., touchdown Eddie Brown.
Facts.
They was only paying like $1,200 a week. And they was like, oh, we'll find you a job. I'm like, nah. Football is going to be my job.
That's the job, correct.
And looking at those three things, not going in the direction I wanted it, my wife at the time was like, hey, I'll let you finish college. Football not looking good. I think it's time for you to come home.
Hey, when the wife says it's time to come home, put them things up, it's time to come home.
And that was it for me. I kind of did away from football. I was only like 25 or 26 at the time.
Oh, you're still in your prime.
So I really didn't get a chance to pursue it because I had a family that was waiting on me and depending on me. At the time, I had 2 daughters, so I had to make a decision, pursue football or pursue my family, and obviously I chose my family.
And I could tell wife helped you pursue that. So when that time was dwindling down and you were seeing that, where did your mind start changing to? Like, what's the next move? Did you have the plan already set? Did you sit down with your family? Hey, we need to figure this out. Let me see, how can I lead this family?
So to be honest with you, I really was going through depression. I know most athletes don't like to talk about it. I was going through depression, just knowing that I invested 20 years in football. Like, my mind was already set that I was going to the NFL. Dad played in the NFL. Brother played in the NFL. I just knew that was my dream. That was my destiny. And for it not to work, I went through depression trying to figure out what's my next move. And working a job, I ended up doing that. But working 100 hours a week over time, just like, this ain't gonna work.
Right.
This ain't gonna work.
So during that time of depression, did you have that? Did you have a tribe around you helping you during that time? Because I know a lot of times when people get depressed, they're looking to something to grab onto or looking for that circle, and sometimes people don't understand it if they never experienced it. What helped you get through that?
So my wife helped me get through it because she the only one knew about it, and my parents didn't really know about it. All I did was play video games all day. I said, man, listen, I got a couple dollars in the bank. I'm living back at home. I graduated college, the first graduate of the family to have a college degree.
Congratulations, bro.
Right? Thank you. Going through that, and then it was like, what do I really want to do? That's something that I'm passionate about, something that's purpose-driven, and just trying to figure out what would that look like and what that was going to be. And then we all know our wives, our significant others, kind of had that talk with you. So my wife put me to the side and was like, hey, listen, we wouldn't be in this predicament if you listened to me. We wouldn't be in this predicament.
You know, she gotta be like, I'm right. You know I was right.
Right. We wouldn't be in this predicament if you listened to me. We wouldn't be in this predicament if you chose the right college. And you never listened to me. So just listen to me this one time and try real estate. You know a lot of people. You got a great personality. Everybody love you. Just listen to me for a chance and look into real estate. And I had that heart to heart, like, you know what? All right, I'll give it a shot.
So when you was having that conversation, how hard was it to sit there and listen to her? Even though she was right at the end, now we look at it from this point, but how hard was it to sit there and like listen to her and be like, man, just because I ain't picked school, that ain't stop it? Or you know how we have that battle, that fight within us? What, like, was it hard to sit there and be like, damn, boy, she right. She is right. And then you had to let that wall down and allow her in.
Honestly, I had to let the wall down because she was right. I already had no rebuttal. My plan didn't work out. My goals didn't work out. And it was just like, let me just listen. I've been with my wife since high school. So she's my best friend. She always gonna have my best interest. And I just said, you know what? Let me just listen for a chance and let me just give it a shot. So it wasn't no rebuttal. It just like, let me just do it so she can shut up.
Hey, I'm just saying he kind of right on that part, but we listen to our wives. We follow with them because they know what's best for us, and especially like you said, they had a rapport for so long. So just to be able to listen to your significant other and be like, well, fuck, I've been doing it my way for the longest, and this shit ain't been working. So let's see how it works. So when you was making that transition into real estate, what was the things that the bumps and bruises you had to go through when you got into it?
So that's a great question. It was a lot of bumps and bruises, a lot of mistakes, because people that I felt like knew me and would trust me basically was like, Eddie, you don't have enough experience. So I really had to change my mindset, obviously on marketing, and then just knowing how to pivot to people that don't know me and build a trust and build a relationship with them, because those are the people that gave me the opportunities.
How did you build a skill set to become marketable and become likable to other people, but not on the football standpoint? Now this is on business side. Yeah.
Right. So first and foremost, I got a mentor, right? I did a lot of trainings to become more knowledgeable within the professional real estate, right? Because I know real estate is people's biggest investment. So you got to know your craft. You got to understand contracts. You got to know how to negotiate. So during trainings, I started to build confidence, right? And then just leveraging social media, understanding that the majority of people are on their phone 8 hours of the day. So what better opportunity, right, to reach people that don't know you is through social media.
Right.
So I leverage social media, putting out great content, putting out things that I know people will want to see, right? And just leveraging, showing nice houses, leveraging luxury closing gifts. Now I started to make my mark, and then obviously using my connections.
Right.
A lot of people don't know this. I actually worked for the Miami Dolphins for about 10 years.
I remember that, yeah.
So I didn't make it to the NFL, but I still got an NFL pension, right?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, he still achieved the goal.
Right.
He still achieved the
I
goal.
definitely still achieved the goal, not obviously on the field, but being part of the business. So leveraging working for the Dolphins over time, I made so many connections that I tapped in with HR to be the preferred realtor for the staff.
Smart.
Right?
Smart move.
Started from there, and then obviously working my way to say, hey, how can I be the preferred realtor for the Miami Dolphins? How can I be the preferred realtor for camp? So those of you that know, you have the stadium, which is the business, and then you have camp, which is the football. Two separate entities, but under the same umbrella.
Yeah.
So I leveraged that to where, hey, how can I be the players' realtor? And, obviously they couldn't allow me to do that, but they was like, hey, Eddie, if they come to you, then it's open season, right? But you can't go solicit to them to sell a house. I said, you know what? I can respect that. I can take that opportunity. And then that's where the business grew from there.
Man, that's amazing. So you only did the Dolphins. Did you have any other Florida team, like any South Florida teams, like the Marlins or the Panthers? Did they push you in those places, or you were just the Dolphins?
Solely the Dolphins, because I'm there. These are my friends. These people I play basketball with. These people that trusted me. So it was solely to the Dolphins until I built that experience of closing deals and having that value to where it's like, hey, I sold 100 houses. Now let's talk.
Right. So so let me ask this question. I know your dad was a Hall of Famer. Your brothers is going to be soon Hall of Famer. But did you ever get starstruck anytime when you was in that locker room? If, say, even a Hall of Famer even came back, did you ever get caught starstruck, or you were just still, I'm business. I'm still locked in and I got to do my job?
So I'm from Miami, man. I'm from the crib. We don't get starstruck.
We see everybody.
I done seen Dan Marino in his office. I done seen the biggest of the biggest stars, from celebrities to football players, just having full access at the stadium. But us being from Miami, shit, I'm a star. I'm a celebrity.
Facts.
So I'm not going to go above and beyond unless they speak to me.
Right.
So I never was starstruck because, shit, we grew up as we the stars. We the celebrities.
That's a Miami mindset for us. We all are stars. We all are. So how long would you do in a partnership or like working with the Dolphins?
Solely for 10 years because I was on the staff.
Oh, damn. You did an NFL career.
/ realtor.
Oh, so you did it.
I gave him 10.
So you did an NFL career, basically.
You gotta do 6 years to lock in that pension.
Oh, 6?
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Well, shit. At least you got it. That's hey.
All right.
Hey, Pete, you will understand them pensions when you get older. That he got it in. He secured the bag. That was the thing. So once that 10-year, what was the next move for you?
So I didn't plan on leaving the stadium because I had built out a great relationship where I could kind of balance real estate and working a job. But eventually the stadium started cutting the perks, right? Started cutting the tickets, started cutting the access to certain things. And I was just like, the check's not doing what they used to.
Right.
Right? And then real estate took off. And then eventually I just kind of had that conversation with myself, like, hey, you know what? I think it's time for me to take off the safety net, which is a 9 to 5,
Right.
and go all in 100% in something that I believe in, and something that's more fulfilling and more purpose driven, which was real estate. And eventually I went all in real estate. My manager was like, dang, I didn't know it was gonna happen this soon, but I'm like, nah, I need to really see what I can do, and I need to really challenge myself
Right.
on being a full entrepreneur.
So just, just being curious a little bit. Just give me an example. You can't give me all. What was the few of the perks that the Dolphin was giving you? What access did you have?
I can't give you too much.
Or just something you can.
I'll give you one. I'll give you one. And hopefully they don't be mad at me about this, but the Super Bowl, I can't remember what Super Bowl it was. It was Saints and San Fran at the stadium.
Okay.
I got 10 tickets to that Super Bowl.
To a Super Bowl game?
Yes. I got the ticket.
Oh, yeah.
I got the pictures. And the Super Bowl tickets, some people collect those.
Oh, yeah.
They're like holographic. So just having access to tickets. And that's Super Bowl, concerts,
Oh, so you had access to the stadium?
Yes, 100%.
Oh man, yeah, I could see. Yeah, you had
any
real perks.
Event at the stadium. I'm talking about Beyonce, Jay-Z, any event at the stadium.
You had access to it.
100%.
Damn, that's what you call access. That's really what you call a perk. If that's one of the perks, I can only imagine what the other perks could possibly be. But man, that was dope. I had to scratch my head, but paycheck would have to make sense. But I get it.
I got more tickets than the owner. And my people told me, hey, you getting more tickets than the CEO. You getting more tickets than the owner. Eddie, this can't happen. I'm like, hey, man, take care of me.
That's it. Damn. So, yeah. So when you was bridging off to go do your thing, did you have any fear at that moment? Now you don't have, and I know you don't got the Dolphins to back you. You ain't got the players that's the inventory around you. Was there any fear? Was there any step back? Like, man, damn, let me take a minute when it's time now for you to spread your wings and move that safety net out the way?
No, because obviously I'm a planner. I like to plan things out. So what I did before I walked away, I used all my vacation time. I took my 401k.
You better take that. You'd have built that up. Take that with you.
And then I tried to take my pension. Obviously, I wasn't old enough. And then I just saved up enough money to where it's like, hey, you got 5 months to figure this shit out. So I had cushion to go all in, but I planned it out. It was like a year plan. Like, hey, I'm leaving on this date. That give me time to do my doctor visits.
Hey, take full advantage of everything before
get my vacation.
Right.
And when I was ready to go, it was already set up for me.
Man, that's good that you had a plan already set up, because a lot of people would just try to say, yo, I just wing it, but you knew you wanted to be efficient. You wanted to execute on whatever that next move may be. So when the 5 months over with and you trying to walk out, what was the first thing that really hit you?
I would say it almost took me about 5 months to close my first deal. So
oh, man.
It came right on time to allow me to give me that boost and give me that power back up, because I was eating into the money, paying bills, taking care of my family, but it took me time to figure it out.
What was the stressful point in that area for you?
Just not having no money coming in, and bills still do.
But you knew at that time you'd want for money to come in the house. You know it was on you to make it happen, not having the Dolphins, not having them. Now you know you really had to do it. So how did that every day feel? Like, you see the account getting lower, but even though it's paying bills and keeping the roof over your head, but what was that feeling when you know, like, you whatever you kill, you eat now? Now you got to go get the kill. Right.
So I would say that feeling was I cannot fail, and this is why I tell so many people why being an athlete is very important. Playing a sport is very important because it prepares you for life mentally. So mentally, having an athletic background, I already knew, like, I can't fail.
Right.
This has to work. There's no plan B. And just focusing in on my craft and what it's going to take to be successful. So that would kind of help me stay strong-minded and get through it, just having that strong mindset that I can't fail and I can't lose. And I refuse to go back begging for my job.
Your plan B was plan A. Plan A's got to work. It wasn't just all plan B was. Plan A got to work. So when you closed, how was the feeling after those 5 stressful months when you closed that first house? What was that feeling like when you closed?
That feeling was priceless. It was sensational to know, like, I took a risk and it worked, right? And having that first closing was like a relief.
Yeah.
It was like a stress of relief, but it kind of helped me understand the mindset of how you can get somebody else to go through that process and then celebrate at the end.
Right.
Meaning, my 5 months was like a roller coaster ride, right?
Right.
I was going through every emotion, and obviously I knew the end result had to be a celebration. Same concept as a buyer. They're going through every emotion, making their biggest purchase, making their biggest investment, and their emotions are all over the place as well. So I said, you know what? We're going to experience every emotion, but the end result going to be a celebration. And that's when I came up with the idea of popping champagne at the closing table,
Right.
because it's a way to release all those emotions that you went through and understanding that you accomplished the goal, you accomplished the mission. So popping bottles and popping confetti at the closing table is symbolic to we did it, we made it, we overcame every obstacle, we overcame every challenge, and we secured your biggest investment.
Hell of a great. So let me tune back in that. How much did your wife and the kids help you through that time?
They helped me tremendously, because just being able to have the time to be a father, right? Not only just provide, but just have that time to be there. So they kind of helped me more than they know it, just being able to be at practices, being able to show up to games, being able to pick them up from school, just being a more present father kind of helped me understand, like, this is what life is about. It's not about what you could do for your kids. It's about the time you can spend with them.
So when you got that first close and that celebration, that champagne pop, what pushed you to, like, yo, I got to do this as many times as I possibly can?
Right. So the fulfillment, to go through those emotions of navigating the real estate deal and to negotiate and navigate them through that process and close, it's like a priceless feeling of fulfillment that I can't even explain. It kind of becomes addictive.
Right.
Closing the deal and overcoming, it's almost like figuring out a puzzle.
Right.
And you stressed out about the puzzle, you're trying to make the right pieces connect, you're trying to fill in the right pieces, and eventually you figure it out. You complete the puzzle. It's a fulfillment feeling that is priceless.
How do it feel to you when you look across that table and you're closing that deal and you see that this new home buyer is finna close in and you see the emotion? How do you keep your emotions intact when you see that buyer on the other side, like, they're celebrating, because, like you're saying, it's possibly one of their biggest investments and might be their first home?
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel the same emotions as the client, because I'm going through them every step. I'm with them every step of the way. So to accomplish that goal and knowing it wasn't easy, like, I'm almost crying on the inside and cheering for them just as much as they're crying and they're excited. Because you got to understand, our generation or our community think it's impossible to become homeowners. Think it's impossible to buy a house. So to overcome that and help them reach that goal, it's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful feeling.
How did you feel when you started becoming an inspiration, showing the community or showing the people around you that it's possible to close on 1 home, 2 home, 3 home, or investment property, land, whatever?
I would say coming into that opportunity, it's a good feeling. It's a great feeling to be considered as a mentor, to be considered as inspiration, to be considered as the leader of the community. It's a good feeling to where it's like, I can't let my people down. You know that saying?
Yeah.
I will not let
my teammates down. Hey, yo, that's one thing we live by. You went to the zoo, you went to Kansas City, you understood that when you walked across that track every day before you had to go to practice, for sure. We really did embody that to the heart. I even got that tattooed on me just for a daily reminder.
So that same mentality, I will not let my clients down.
So when you was going through this process, how did you figure out how to build the team that can help you, hit the skies?
Right. So that's great. So one of the things that allowed me to scale is building out a team, right? I had my wife, and just being from a team environment, playing sports, you understand the value of the team and how you need great pieces in place to scale. So I started to connect with like-minded individuals that had the same purpose as me, want to grow, want to scale, got different skill sets or different traits and different venues of real estate. And I just kind of built out a team, like trying to build out a Super Bowl team.
How did it feel when I heard you said your wife? Where did she fit in at on the real estate side? Was she not doing something else, or this is what she wanted to do also?
Nah, so my wife was still working a job when I got into real estate. And just one night we had a conversation where it's like the things that women have to go through on the job, right? Let's talk about that. Because I know the women that love this, right? And talking to my wife and just understanding what it is like to be a woman on the job, right? You got to dress up. Obviously, you got to deliver. She worked at a call center. You got to deliver. You got to make a certain amount of calls. You got all these guys that want to talk to her. All the things, the stress of a job that they got to go through. You got to fight off guys. You got to hit your goal. You got to hit your numbers. You're away from the kids. And me just understanding like, dang, it's a lot of stress at a job for a woman that I didn't realize.
Right.
So I said, you know what? Let me get you out of that job. Because remember, outside of women working the job, they still have to come home to their other job, which is taking care of the family.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, they job never clean up.
Right.
Yeah.
So shout out to the queens out there, because women, we just want to let y'all know that y'all are appreciated and we don't take for granted the things y'all go through as a woman.
Not one bit.
Right. Not only taking care of the family, but got to deal with the stress of a job. So I said, you know what? You ain't got to work no more. Let me get you away from that job so that way you don't have to worry about the stress of working a job. You could just kind of help take care of the family and kind of help me grow the business.
How did that help you when you put her in that spot to help you on that spot?
So my wife helped me take the business to the next level, right? She's more organized, she's more structured, she knows systems, and being able to market a couple duo kind of allow us to target or get different opportunities from other guys or women, instead of me working with females only or her working with guys only. We was more approachable to couples or married couples, to where I feel more comfortable working with a married couple than a single man or a single woman. So that kind of helped propel the business to the next level, because for some odd reason, people prefer to work with couples than single agents.
I never noticed that. Never noticed that before.
Think about it. If you a guy working with a girl, right?
Yeah.
And she has a significant other or boyfriend, and y'all showing properties, he gonna be like, where the heck you found this guy at?
Got a point. Yeah, you got a point on that. You got a point. And then when you see a couple with each other, now you're gonna approach it different. And you know they're coming in to buy real estate, not try to show the investment to the woman or like the man of the other sex. But no, I get it. I totally get it. I understand what you did for her, and that was big. You put her more in a comfort zone to be with her husband. She also could be your wife, or she could also be your business partner. So no, I truly understand that. I never thought about that until this now.
Think about it. A dude gonna be like, why you listening to him and not me?
Got a point. Hey, he dropping gems, people. I need you to listen to this, because it's making me think. And that just not only just in the real estate industry, any industry that somebody, a male or a female, can build a business or a brand for themselves and be able to keep their significant other in and make their life more easier, because it makes whoever's doing the job more easier. That's a plus. So yeah, that should be a goal for everybody. Make your own thing and bring your significant other on. You love them enough, and then your wife, or you see them becoming your wife, you need to start, getting them in that position. So as you build your team, was it easy? Did you have to keep moving pieces like a chessboard? Did you have to okay, I gotta put them through it to see, are they willing to withstand the test of being on this team? Because I know getting on any team ain't easy.
Right. So thank God I chose good people, right? It wasn't a tough process to get them on the team. Most of my team members been with me for 5-6 years.
Oh, so okay.
They locked in. I just push them as a coach, right? I hold them accountable. I make them specialize in other things just outside of real estate. So, for example, we have agents that specialize in foreclosures. We have agents that specialize in wholesaling. Agent that specialize in building, developing.
Right.
So just adding different assets to the team, and obviously choosing good people that's here for the long haul, that's here to grow. So my team been with me for 5-6 years. We only lost a couple of people, but the majority of the team is still with me.
So could you pick out of your team? Was they falling in love? Don't get me wrong, the money is it, but how could you pick out who was in love with the process, who was in love with helping people, who was in love with the success or the publicity? How did you, figure that out so you know you got the best team members on your team?
So during the interview process, just setting the standard, setting the mold. Hey, these are the type of people I'm looking for. These are our goals. These are our visions. And we need like-minded individuals that's not money-driven,
Right.
but purpose-driven, that's around us, and then we can take it to the next level.
Did anybody ever get intimidated during those interviews? Like, man, this man asks too much. Man, I'm finna just go to another one or start my own thing.
I would say if they felt that way, they didn't let me know. I just felt like the majority of them was so in tune in the process,
Right.
and seeing the success that I accomplished, and they wanted a taste of that. They wanted to see what that feel like.
So they was up for the
So they was
challenge.
up for the challenge.
They was up for the challenge. What was the name of your team?
At the time, I didn't really know business, and I named the team the Browns Group.
Oh, okay. Hey, yeah, put the family name behind it. Put the
Right.
family name behind it. So to be able to put people on your team and be able to have your name behind it, yeah, you had to pick the right people to represent that name. So over time, over the first few years, because I know you've been doing this for a while, over the first few years, what was some of your ups and what was some of your downs, even with including yourself, the business, and your team?
Right. So I would say some of the downs was obviously the change, the shift of the market was some of the downs. Interest rates going up, limited inventory. So I would say some of our downs was trying to pivot through the real estate market with the shifts of interest rates and things like that. But the ups was just seeing a new agent come into the team, new in real estate, and sell 13 houses their first year. Like, that was an up that I would never forget, just being able to witness that growth and witness somebody being coachable and seeing the results.
Did you do any, like, how can I say, not like mentorships within your team to when you had those issues going on with pivoting and everything? Because I know it's hard out here because, like you're saying, the market may change. Did you sit down and like, hey, yo, guys, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to pivot, or like doing programs or such things on weekends or weekdays, whatever, to keep your team still in the game?
Right. So obviously I was a mentor, and as the leader of the team, as the coach of the team, it's my job to train them, to pour into them, and obviously have a game plan that we can pivot to, because when this market is tough and real estate is tough, you can lack motivation. Right. But just training them, allowing them to understand how important it is to be accountable, how important it is to understand why you in this business, your purpose in this business, and just pushing them to obviously pivot through any trials or tribulations and sticking to the goal, which was being a top producing agent and obviously impacting our community.
So impacting the community is everything. So with the team going that way, and you started seeing that, how proud was you when you know you had people under your umbrella and they was growing just as well as you was growing?
Man, listen, I wanted to cry. That's a great feeling to have somebody follow your lead, trust in your guidance, and do it step by step and get the results. That's when I knew, like, I'm a pretty good leader, right? And then it made me think about football. We was captains in high school.
Right. Yeah,
You
right.
was the captain of your squad. I was the captain of my squad on offense, and I always been the team captain. So just understanding those life things that we do in life that we take for granted, although we don't really see the big picture, and then understanding like, oh, okay, that's why coach always chose me to be a captain or a team leader, because it's already in us. It's something that they see that we ain't even see yet.
Right.
So just having those traits allow me to lead a great group of individuals to success.
So I know I was looking up some information. I seen the Brown Group was under umbrella of Elite Realty, and now that time is over with, how did it feel to have your own shop?
Well, like I said, it's all about legacy. It's all about creating your own legacy and leading your own way. So over time, I just realized, like, I got what it takes to do it on my own. Right?
When did that click? When you knew that happened?
Just seeing the results, just being a top producing agent, top producing team for 5 and 6 years, and always want to challenge myself. Always knowing that you don't want to put a ceiling on yourself. There's always room for growth. So that was my next phase of growth, being a broker. Right? Saying it's time for me to go out on my own. It's time for me to allow my wings to soar And that was the next step.
Because if you look on the social media and you just look him up on it, this man got more damn championships than the damn NBA together. So with that being said, when you was getting all this, what kept you humble and still like, yo, you were grinding like rent was due every goddamn day. So for me to see the success you had and also being with you, and hey, I'm one of the biggest fans. I'm cheering behind him because I wanted to succeed. And like you said, it was more of legacy, and just to know that what's he doing for our community and also what he's doing for his family is priceless. He's an inspiration. But how did you stay humble, stay grounded, and kept that grind? Like I said, like rent was due every day with your success.
Right, like I told you. When I left that job, I said I'm never coming back. That was my motivation. And then having that humble experience in college.
Right.
So a lot of things that we overlook, trials and tribulations that we overlook as adults, it really prepares for the future.
Right.
So I done had don't get it twisted now. I could pop my shit. Right? I could pop my shit.
You deserve that.
I done tasted success, but me understanding that at one point in my life, I was an asshole.
Right.
I was an athlete. I had success. I was cocky. You couldn't tell me nothing. And just being that person before when I was younger and having that humble experience in college, I just know like it don't matter what levels in life you are, everybody gonna get the taste of that humble pie.
Right.
So my taste of humble pie was in college. I said I don't want to taste it no more.
You already had enough of it. You
I had
was good
enough
with that.
of it. So I just try to be humble. I try to be grounded, and I just try to be a people person, man.
But how did not hard to with the success you had, and now you have your own shop under your own umbrella. How's it not hard to be like? And I think the difference is I think people don't understand the difference between cocky and confident.
Right.
Because they almost look the same, but we're not taught. Like, how do you not walk around with that? I'm gonna say cockiness. And I don't want to mean in the bad way because it's like Mayweather. Everybody hated Mayweather because he was cocky, but
Right.
how could you be cocky if you're successful at what you're doing and you're just be truthful, you're the best at what you're doing, and you prove it with awards, with newspaper articles, with I see you doing speeches at school, like colleges, and like you saying you work for the Miami Dolphins. I think your touch or your reach hasn't you probably touched every part of this damn state. Have touched every part of the state, but how could you not walk around and just say, yo, I'm the like I know the humble pie, but how could you not walk around with that cockiness of you that guy, like you that realtor, like you run a successful shop.
Right. So it's there now. It's there. It's there. I am that boy. I am that man, but I kind of keep it bottled up.
Right.
Just understanding there's so much more work for me to do. Right. It's so many statistics when it comes to us and ownership, and me understanding that I gotta stay grounded because there's so much more work to do. It's so much impact we have to do, and there's so many more lives we gotta impact. So me staying grounded kind of allowed a team to stay grounded, allowed a company to stay grounded.
Right.
But a way for me to really pop is check the numbers, check the stats, check the name of the company. We named it Iconic Realty and Associates.
Y'all heard it, iconic. Y'all heard it.
You heard it.
Right.
It's iconic for a reason. So you gotta follow the trail, man. You gotta follow the signs.
Right.
Right. So I don't really walk. I'm confident, right? But the confidence of me letting it be known is through the names. You gotta catch the drifts.
The name speak for itself.
There you go.
Hey, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie at all. So as you're achieving each one of these goals and all, how did the kid, like, I want to know it from the kid standpoint. Did they say anything different? That he's like, Dad, like, man, it's growing, you big, or like they going to school and people probably talking about you and like, man, don't your dad do this? And when they hear that last name, they like, ain't your dad the real estate guy? Like, what did they do to put a smile on your face that like like, okay, yeah, I'm him?
So they keep me humble, right? I got 3 daughters and a son, so they definitely keep me humble. But their thing that they say to me like, Dad, you know everybody. Dad, you think you're all that?
That's kids.
You always know somebody where we go somewhere. So that's my way of them saying like, Dad, we proud of you. We happy that everything you're doing is a positive impact on our lives and our community, and we somebody we could be proud of.
And I know they got to be proud of you. They got to be able to walk around and just know they carrying that last name and seeing what you've done for it and what you're doing. It's a benefit. It's a blessing to us as people in the community that we've been with, and me for growing up with you and just seeing your growth, and just knowing now that it wasn't easy. And it's nothing gonna be easy. Growth is not comfortable. It's always uncomfortable. So to see it and be a part of it, because guys, he helped me get into real estate.
Oh yeah.
He showed me the way. I had to sit down and I was scared like hell to get into real estate, because I was like, man, I don't know nothing about no damn real estate. I don't know nothing about purchasing land or buying out a house and, renting it and, being a landlord to it and putting tenants in it. He sat down with me and he went through it with me. And like you said, he went step to step with it. So I don't know about other relatives, but him I dealt with, that man stayed with me from step to step until we got to the closing table. And like he said, that shit does become addicting, very much so. And plus to build that legacy and that portfolio for your family, and you got somebody, like you said, like-minded, and said, yo, Rick, we need to build this for the family. Not me, I'm building it for them. So if something ever happened to me, God willing, nothing may never happen, knock on wood, but if it does, he helped me set the beginning stages of for the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 40 years. And I'm proud to tell my son, I'm like, yo, Eddie Brown, the one who taught me how to, how to monopolize in this space, how to work in this space, what I should be looking for, how the market should work. So he always made me learn it. And to carry on that, what makes you, what's in this game keep you eager? Like when you wake up, is it something that you want to learn? Is it something you want to achieve? And I know you don't want to prove nobody anything, because Lord knows your ass improved everything known to mankind. And you may have more achievements you want to get, but when you wake up in the morning, what is that you're more eager to learn, to connect with somebody? What it is that when you wake up every morning?
The beauty of real estate is it's always something different, right? It ain't the same thing every day. You in the people business, you dealing with different personalities, you're dealing with different goals and different things they want to accomplish. So knowing that and knowing that you can make money in real estate 10 different ways, so that's what I wake up to, like, okay, what can I accomplish today? Who can I help? How can I solve a problem? Like, real estate is a problem-solving business.
Right.
So if you like puzzles, you like to mentally challenge yourself, you like crossword puzzles, like real estate kind of help do with those challenges, because it's a thinking man game,
right,
like football.
Oh.
So being a thinking man like myself, I'm just solving problems. Every day I wake up to solve somebody else's problems. And we all know the people that solve problems get paid the most.
Yeah, it's totally exactly. So give me a few of your lessons that you took from football that you applied in this space that you're in now in real estate, and also with family too.
Right. So if you notice, a lot of athletes does real estate, because real estate is almost similar to football.
Yeah.
Right? Same comparisons, right? You got to train in football, you got to study in real estate, right?
Right.
And we know in football, the people that train, that study, they get the results.
Right.
Same like real estate. You train, you study, you connect with people, you get the results.
Right.
Same disciplines, same routines, same challenging. Think about it. Let's do an analogy, right? If you're an athlete and you play, let's say you play linebacker,
mm-hmm,
right? We all know you have a scheme on defense, right?
Right.
So what that scheme may be, you can't knife in the gap. You gotta hold his man and let the linebacker feel like holding him at the tackle.
Correct.
Right? So we know in the game of football, X's and O's, you have your offensive schemes and you have your defensive schemes, right?
Right.
You have to put the work in to get the results you want. You have to be disciplined. You have to be coachable.
Right.
It's the same thing in real estate, right?
Right.
Daily routine. You got to be disciplined. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know your offensive scheme. You got to know your marketing. You got to know what people you want to target, right? So it's almost the same. And then obviously to bust your ass and put the work in and get the results, that's a great feeling, right?
Right.
You trained all year. You had a strict diet. And now you're a top athlete, right? You get all these endorsements. You're making all this money. But you know what people don't see is the work you put in.
Right.
Right? Same like real estate. Everybody see the results, but they don't know the late night, early mornings. They don't know the training. They don't know how you had to personally develop. right, and understand how to unlock dealing with people, right, that need a problem solved.
Right.
Same like a quarterback. You got to read the defense. You got to understand what scheme they run in the defense to get that open receiver or to make that play. Same like real estate. You got to understand the contracts. You got to understand how to navigate. You got to understand how to pivot. And then putting that work in to get the results you want. It's the same thing.
Is it aggravating or interesting when you see the market can change, especially with the people we have in office now? Is it ever aggravating or challenging or something that you want to do when you see the market change within front of you? Like it could change within like a month, or an interest rate can be cut, or a law can be passed or something.
So that's the beauty of it. Not knowing the unknown and figuring it out. That's the beauty of it, right? Interest rates are controlled by the government. Those change every week.
Right.
But understanding how can I pivot, right? How can I provide a solution for the interest rate, right? So something like we say in our industry, right? Oh, the interest rate is too high. Okay, let's come up with a slogan for it, right?
Right.
So we like to say in the real estate industry, you marry the house, right? You marry the house, you love the house, and you date the rate.
Right. Yeah, I've
marry
heard
the
that.
house and date the rate.
Yeah.
So what that means is that you going with the house that you love, that you love, but then you can refinance the interest rate when interest rates come down.
Right.
So date the house, marry the house, and date the rate.
Great. I've heard that a lot of times. I've heard that a lot of times. So for our viewers and our fans and people, where can they find you or your team at? They
can find me on Instagram, Eddie Brown the Broker, Iconic Realty and Associates, Facebook, Eddie Brown. So we on all platforms, YouTube, Eddie Brown. And y'all go follow Iconic Realty and Associates, man. You're looking to purchase a house, you're looking to become a homeowner, you're looking to invest, you're looking to flip your money. Tap into us, man. Iconic Realty and Associates.
Guys, this man will walk you. This man has a one-stop shop built-in team. If you feel like you ain't got the credit, you feel like you ain't got the paperwork or the things, he will sit there and walk you through it. And you got to be willing to learn. You got to be willing to understand. Because once you understand what he's teaching and what he's putting down, you're going to be like, oh, shit, like I could have been doing this for the long, but you had to be willing to open your ears and be able to find it. But guys, I appreciate you for tuning in today. Like I said, I hope you look at episode 1, 2, and 3. And I can't wait for this episode to come out because we dropped a lot of gems today. And being blessed with Eddie Brown on this platform, a guy like who we done took you from high school and we done brought you to where he at now. And he's still successful and he's still a pillar in our community. So whenever you see him, man, blow your horn, say what's up to him, man, give him a shout out, anything, show love to him because we don't get people like this every day in our community. And to have somebody like this, we got to show love to him. We got to treat him like a superhero. He's a neighborhood hero to us. He showed us what it takes to get from pivoting from being in school, from not playing ball, and now still being successful and still got his pension. But it still did everything he can, and he's building a legacy for his family. The Browns' name will live forever in the most positive, beautiful way. And man, when you see this man, give him his flowers now. He need to smell him now, not when it's time up. We need to smell it now because he deserves it. He have done it. I've seen him, and please get me right, 40 under 40?
Yeah, 40 under 40.
40 under 40. Like, bro, this man, just go on his Instagram page and watch how many damn trophies he got. I don't know how he fit them all in one house. He got to put them all across somewhere else, put in mom, dad house. But I appreciate you guys today for tuning in. Can't wait for next week's episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Check us out on the Prolific Mindset Podcast on Instagram. Subscribe, comment, like on YouTube, TikTok, Apple Music, Spotify. I thank you for this day, man. Have a blessed day, and thank you for tuning in. See you next time.
See you next time. Prolific Mindset, baby.